Chang, chang, chang.
Bang, bang.
Chang, chang, chang. Chang,
We
chang,
be smoking on
chang.
that tree. Yo, we live.
Fuck it, man. We live.
We live.
Welcome back to another episode of Nobody Knows. Please, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Also, you know what I'm saying? We got our clothing popping, so if you want to get you a shirt or anything else, please click on that link. We also have a page as well, so you can follow that. Again, we love everybody that's tuning in. But we're going to get right into these introductions. You know how we do. So, to my right, we got Certified Lover Boy in the house.
What's cracking? What's cracking? Welcome back, everybody.
Also, to my right this time, we got Mr. Worldwide in the house.
Darling. What to do, everybody? What's up? What's up?
It's your main man, Danny. You already know what's good. Lights, camera, action. And then to my left, we got my main man, Seven, in the motherfucking building.
What it do? What it do?
So, fellas, we at the round table, even though this is kind of rectangular. We're just going to call it the round table.
We ain't good with shapes.
But let's talk. Let's have a grown conversation with the people for one time. You know what I'm saying? Let's speak from the heart to them.
Time to tap
So,
in.
anything anybody want to kind of bring up to kind of set it off that they've been kind of wanting to get off their chest, or who's been kind of weighing you down in any kind of way?
Well, you know, how about when you get stuck in your own way as a man? Some people call it ego. Some people call it pride, stubbornness. That's how I get sometimes. I listen to people, but sometimes, you know, when I'm on my own, it's just I close myself out and I decide to do something else. It's difficult sometimes to
Explain it.
express yourself.
explain it, because you know it's something that's not, you know, it's not something that I say, oh fuck everybody, and I don't listen to nobody.
Lover
No,
boy. So, question, Lover boy,
Yeah.
Are you on? Excuse me. Are you used to handling everything on your own? Like, you ain't really have nobody that you can kind of like lay these things on you, so you kind of learned how to protect yourself and do it.
No,
on your
it's just like, you know, everybody has a whole different, upbringing. But it's not even that. It's just sometimes you gotta accept things, right? How it is, and it's not even my upbringing. I can't blame it on anything. It's just I blink out and I go with whatever I think it's the right thing. Which, it's not that I'm making the wrong choices. It's just that
It's like
I could no, kind of, yeah. I mean, it's just that
You can do better.
if I would listen to what people are telling me, I think I would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I was explaining earlier, all my dues are paid. I'm taking care of everything, my bills. It's just me personally as a man. When I go back home, it's just everything just closes.
excuse me.
You know what I mean? And you know, it's like Seven said one time. You know, lucky for me, I have people who check up on me and everything. But like he said, there's times where you don't get it.
Yeah.
And there's times where you need it the most. And people, because I show up every day at work or wherever I am, and I'm a high spirit dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? But, you know,
You kinda
it took me, I used that kind of like a cover. But then at the same time, you know, I started learning from people to where like, okay, you know what? I need to pay attention to what they're really saying, because the way I've been going,
I've been working
it
out.
got me to this point, and I asked myself the other day, I said, hey, am I happy where I'm at? Like you said, at the age that I'm at.
Yeah.
I said, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful that I have people like y'all and everybody else who gives me their knowledge and says, hey, check this out. you can try doing this, and maybe it'll work out for you, because it's working out for me. The problem is that I do start it, but then, like, once again, once I go home, everything washes out, and I go back to what I was, which is not a bad person. It's just
It's the comfort zone.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you too comfortable.
pretty much, or I just, like I said, it's just
So you,
everything
feels
shuts
right.
down.
you just kind of you put yourself. So that's just the cycle. You allow yourself to kind of go through that cycle, but like I think I talked to you before. One thing you can do to kind of break that cycle, instead of going home, shit, just slide to the library one day. Slide to part,
Yeah,
just slide
no,
somewhere
so-
to where you ain't going
Yeah,
home. To just
no,
kinda,
I mean, I am a big home body type guy.
Yeah.
I like my comfort zone is at home. It's just that, I guess now that, you know, it's sad to say that now that at the age that I'm at, you know, I'm like, all right, I need,
you gotta stop saying that, bro.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's just some, like I said earlier, some are late bloomers. You know what I mean? Some get it from the beginning. I mean, I'm not saying, like I said earlier, it's not that I hate where I'm at. It's just that I know that I could be doing a little bit better. And I think my time has come to where, like, I have to. It's not that I need to or I want to. It's that I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said earlier. Well, I haven't said it, but I said it to somebody else. Dealing with my daughter when I was talking to her, I said after the surgery, that's it. I'm coming back as something different, because if I don't, then it's game over for me. And I need to let go of my pride, and I do need to let go of my ego. I need to let go of my stubbornness. I do need to pay attention to people when they say, hey man, this might be better for you. Try it out. Because if I don't, and I don't like trying new things. I'm gonna be honest. That's one thing that I'll tell you. I don't like trying new things. And you know what's crazy? Like you said, I've encouraged people before that have come to me and say, hey man, that was dope. I wasn't feeling it. I had some shit that I was about to quit, but you pushed me through that. I didn't know I was a motivation for you. And I said, yeah, that was, you know, and like you said, I need to go back and use the same shit for me,
No,
for
facts.
myself.
No offense.
Like, I mean, that's how I be navigating, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, shit, I have, like, how you feel, like, you know what I'm saying, when everybody gone and it's just you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Me having those same thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Like, and shit, a lot of people think I got shit figured out, and that, you know, I'm just, you know, living life happy all the motherfucking time, and it's just like, nigga, like,
You can't
I
see
get
behind the
lonely
curtain.
too, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
want to do more, and it's just like, even on Tuesday, shit, I mean, I don't mind going places by myself, but I like to bring happiness to others and do things,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying, with other people. But shit, I went to a WNBA game by myself.
That's dope.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Just to do
Congrats
it.
on that.
You know
You
what I
got
mean?
to.
And I had to convince myself to even buy the ticket because I'm frugal. You know what I'm saying? I don't like spending unnecessary money. So I was like,
It was like, do I really?
Do I really want to
It's
do
not
this
even like,
shit?
do I deserve this? Do I
Yeah.
really want to spend it
Yeah.
on this
Yeah, he
ticket?
think about
what
the
the
money.
crazy
It
part
could, I
is,
could do it on something else.
well, see, the crazy part is nigga, the ticket costs $10.
Oh yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like my
you like
brother,
me for real? I felt
like,
that.
like my brother used to always tell me, he'd be like, nigga, why not? You know what I'm saying? So like when I get in those situations, and like you said, you gotta listen to other people. Cause see,
Yeah.
one thing about us is we inside the box.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is on the outside of our box.
Yeah, you looking
So
inside the window.
they seeing a whole lot of shit that we can't see because we inside the box. So like, shit, I told you, I think it was that Monday, I was like, when you pulled up, I was just like, hey man, I'm thinking about going to the WNBA game.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I thought about it the whole day. So later on that night, I was like, well shit, I'm still thinking about this shit.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well, you know what I mean? And then I still was like, I was gonna stop myself from doing it. Cause I was like, nah nigga, like parking gonna cost about 20, then you gonna wanna eat. Luckily I don't drink in public no more.
Right.
So I ain't have to worry
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was just like,
Realistically thinking about
do
it,
I really want to do it?
It's
You know
gonna be
what
more
I'm
than
saying?
$10
Yeah,
for
hell
real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that parking
and then-
don't take care of
And then I
everything.
thought about it. I was just like, well, shit.
They can't even get a
I
pretzel.
go to Quick Trip every morning to get a coffee. That's $3.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
doing the math with all the other places.
Yeah, I was
you
like,
know,
I was like, there's a lot of money that
just
I'll
to
fuck
spend
off.
$10 to go to it, it was too much. It was
So
too
he was
much for
overthinking.
yourself.
He was overthinking.
Nah, I felt that.
Yeah, I was
though.
overthinking it, and then
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, fuck it. I was on the phone, and shit, I was just like, you know what, I've been thinking about this shit all day. I'ma just do it. You know what I mean? Like, what's the hurt in it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't gonna hurt nothing.
And so shit, I went.
It's an
nigga,
experience.
Had a good time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And shit, like a lot of times when I get in that uncomfortable situation
Yep.
where it's like, should I do it or should I not? Like I start thinking, if I'm still thinking about this shit by the end of the day, I should have done it.
That's
You know
what
what
we're
I'm saying?
thinking.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
we're
But
thinking.
it is, but
Absolutely.
like I've found ways to stop the overthinking. You know what I mean? So that's why I had to, like you said, you stuck in your ways. I'm stuck in my ways when it come to money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's gonna be hard for
Because
you
the
to come get a
nigga
dollar,
was
yeah.
broke. You know what I mean?
That's one of my major problems that I overthink a lot of shit, pretty much a lot and everything.
Yeah.
In fact, you know.
But it's because I try to put myself to a point where like, I already saw it coming.
You got to answer for every situation, so nothing can really catch you off guard.
Yeah.
I know
And that's
exactly what
a
you mean.
big problem for me because a lot of 80% of the time, because 20 I hit 20% pretty good, 30 if I want to brag, but 80% of the time it comes out to where it was me overthinking that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like earlier we were having a conversation. If you don't reach out, ain't nobody gonna help.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nowadays, yeah. it's
You
really
gotta
like that.
reach out. You gotta speak up. Even if you're a man, there's times where you need that help.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in it.
But the thing too is beginning the steps, right?
You feel like
So just like to even open up, because from that standpoint, I'm one of them people that people can talk to. Like I'm a good listener. I get pretty good. Like you can tell me everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been like that my whole life, but I have an issue doing that same thing, like opening up,
Yeah.
being like extremely open about like certain shit because I'm guarded with that. Because I feel like in a way it's like, all right, if you give somebody too much, if let's say something happens, they can use it against you,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying. So it's just like again, it goes back to the overthinking and shit like that. So it's just like,
Some people ain't got no
you
attention
know what
at
I'm saying.
all.
Some people don't
but-
got no attention, so I'm
but you
really
automatically
guarded in
just
that
go in that
regard.
mind state.
But at the same time, I you know what I'm saying, I can take and give and be positive about like listening to somebody else or giving them advice.
yeah.
So just like trying to do that myself, where it's just like it should be easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
Hey, because I said it a long time ago, it's like, who motivates the motivator?
Yeah.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And
It
it's
is,
like, you know, they always say, like, you can't give somebody your all because you got to leave some for
Yeah, you
yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's what fucks us up most of
Yeah.
the time is that we so focused on everybody else that we're not taking the time. And
Yeah.
I mean, my cousin told me that. Guadalupe told me that. She was
Yeah.
like, when you going, like live for you? And I'm like, well, nigga, I got to work, take care of kids,
Same.
work, take care of kids.
Yeah.
Like, when am I going to have time to actually do what I want to do? And sometimes it could just be as simple like, nigga, let me go fishing.
Yeah.
Like, let me go watch this game.
No,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like, I was talking to my auntie. She go on cruises all the time. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, yeah, my grandfather, he used to always say, like, you should be taking a vacation once
Yeah.
every year. You know what I mean? And so I told her, I was like, yeah, I done took a lot of vacations this summer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was like, I have yet to take a vacation without the kids.
By
Right.
yourself.
A vacation for you.
Yeah, and she was like, it's a difference from family vacation in your vacation.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like, you need to have not necessarily like fuck them kids, but in order to keep your sanity and keep you motivated, you gotta do shit
For yourself.
For yourself.
for you. And
Yeah.
my cousin CJ, he said this shit, nigga, probably about 20 years ago. A nigga said, there's times where you have to be selfish.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, because selfish ain't really a bad thing.
It's
We just
not,
take
it's
it
not.
as being a bad thing, but
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta be selfish when it's like, okay, I gotta do this, so I gotta let everybody else, you know, do what they gotta do.
I got a question though. Not a question, but more like there is people who overdo that selfishness. though.
It is.
They overdo it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Absolutely.
it's good to look out for yourself and do. So
But
this is
that's-
what this. So check this out. One thing about that I was talking about is the rule one. The rule one is yourself when you're growing up, right? You gotta take care of yourself. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you.
Born
I mean-
on that one.
So you gotta take care of yourself. And then when you have a kid, that number one passes down to your kid, because at the end of the day, you're not number one no more. Now you gotta watch out for your kid.
Well, you'll always be number one though.
Yeah, I know, but
I
Because-
think it's more like you should always be number
you
one.
should
You know
be.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
Like,
that's not taken away from your kid.
Because you can't help them if you ain't helping
Yeah.
yourself.
no, I know. It
Okay.
just, that's what
I
I'm
was just
saying.
talking to the
It's
wife
just
about
that-
this the other day. Like,
it's just that some
you gotta.
people,
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Sorry,
go
my guy. Go ahead. Go ahead. You,
some people overdo the selfishness
yeah.
when you should.
What overdoes it where it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Where it's like if all you think about is yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nigga, when you get on the plane, nigga, and they say, nigga, if the oxygen mask come down, nigga, put yours on first. Then
Yeah.
go help somebody
Yeah.
else. That's the selfishness I'm talking about. It's like, help yourself so you can go help others.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Because
true.
if you constantly helping others,
You're never gonna.
you're gonna
be
run
able
into that point to where when you by yourself, thinking about shit, you're not gonna feel as great
because nigga.
as you portray yourself. to be.
That's damn near like
That's true.
that's damn near
That's
like
big.
depressing.
That's
You know what I'm
big.
saying? That's
That's
damn near
big.
like being depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're giving so much energy to other people, you ain't aligned enough for yourself. So when you come back, you exhausted.
Well, that's the thing, though.
You're
That's a lot of
exhausted,
people
like,
who give out their energy. They give out
Yeah.
the energy, but they don't know how to receive it, so they try to not to receive it
Yeah.
because we don't know how to. See what I'm saying? Like I tell a lot of people, I can give you as much as I can, but it's very difficult for me to accept what you're giving me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you can tell because I get uncomfortable. I don't know how to react. Not to say that I've never received anything. My sisters, especially my oldest one, always giving me stuff. It's just that I don't know how to react to it. Sometimes I react in an awkward way where I shouldn't. You know what I mean? And it catches me off guard where I turn around and I'm like, fuck. Like I catch myself like to it, like fuck, you know what I mean? And sometimes as a man, you have to, once you catch yourself, you know what, turn around and be like, hey, you know what, my bad.
Yeah.
I just caught myself. You know what I mean? Because at the end of it, when you turn around, you're gonna feel good about it. Just saying, hey, you know what, my bad. You know what, I just saw it was me. You know what I mean? I'm my bad for what I made you feel. You know what I mean? And if you want to forgive me, cool. If you don't, then, I really let you know it was my bad. But that takes a lot from a man to get up and say, hey, you know what? That was my fault.
But
Well,
what do
shit.
I normally always say?
Huh?
What's my favorite saying? I ain't shit.
I ain't shit.
Yeah, but
You know
shit,
what
that
I
ain't no
mean?
issue for me. Yeah,
just
But
gotta
see,
get up
hold
there.
on. But see, that's one thing though, because you have told me I don't be saying that shit to myself.
Nah, well,
You gotta say that shit to
well-
yourself.
No, and that's the thing though. There's times where I say, and he's on like, hey man, you can't be doing that.
well, no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. You can't say you ain't shit. It's because the reason why I say it is when I fuck up to know, like, okay, nigga, you're not perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just letting everybody know, like, you're owning
I
up for your
fucked up.
mistake.
You know what I mean?
Hey, y'all. I ain't shit.
Yeah.
But like what I be
I said,
telling-
yeah.
But like what I be telling you is like, don't put that block on yourself. See, one thing about it, like when I say that, like I'm not afraid to take a risk.
You gotta move
I'm
on.
not afraid to step outside the box.
Yeah.
And if I fuck up, I'll be the first one
To
to
say,
tell
I-
somebody, hey, I fucked up
No,
before
and,
they
and,
even.
and,
know.
and that's the thing that I'm doing now. So
Right, so-
one thing that I did say when I was young, and I got a homie who could vouch for this. I was like, you ain't getting me out of my town.
Yeah.
This is where I'm like, you fucking crazy. I always say, he brought me here one time, long time when we were teenagers. We went through some shit. I said, I ain't never going back. Like, I just survived that motherfucker. I had the worstest fucking view of fucking Phoenix. Once I had to move down here because of my family, and then I had to be on my own, and then I experienced what really Phoenix is, really is, and the surroundings and everything. I was like, man, come on now. If I don't, because my idea was to go back home,
Yeah.
run back to my cave.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? If I don't stay and experience what's around me, I'm never gonna know what's around me.
And see, and I left Yuma to be better and to do more. You know what I'm saying? So like my whole reasoning for leaving, and the only reason I came to Phoenix was because I wanted to be somewhere where I didn't have family and I couldn't really lean on people. Like I had to make sure I can make it on my own,
Yeah.
and that the decisions that I was making wasn't always the right way, but if I did have to depend on myself, would I be able to?
Cool.
Yeah.
So it was like a confidence boost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
It's
one
good
thing
that you said
that I think that as an instinct human being, I mean, because everybody, women or men, is you have to learn, or that instinct has to kick in to where you gotta be able to survive on your own.
100%.
Just
And it
now,
feels good.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I'm
fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
It feels good when you can prove to yourself that you can do it, not to nobody else, not to this motherfucker. Yeah, obviously you want to make people proud, but
Yeah.
it feels good to know, like, all right, I can do this, so I know I can do this next thing.
You know what else?
So just like you gotta have
Yeah.
a short memory with certain shit. Like, yeah, you gonna take a loss, this, boom, all right, get my lesson, I fucked up.
Yeah.
What's the next thing?
Yeah.
You can't, cause sitting there moping about it is gonna weigh you down.
And that's what helped me with like the loneliness in my
Yeah.
life. You know what I'm saying? Because I isolated myself. I put myself in a position to where I didn't have no family around, didn't have no friends around. You know what I mean? And I had to do some soul searching. Like man, Denny said earlier when he was telling you like you're gonna have that honest conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to have a lot of those, you know, and it's looking out for me now. I mean, because with not having neither one of my parents, like, that's what's keeping me continuing. You know what I mean? Because if I would have still been in Yuma or if I would have been in California with all my family and both my
Game
parents
over. Yeah,
passed,
game over.
Yeah,
I
wow.
would have probably lost my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like I low key lost my mind when my mom died. And once I snapped out of it, I said, well, I'm not gonna let nothing get me to that point again.
Absolutely.
You know, so then when my dad passed, it was more of a, okay, this is part of life. You know, I'm still sad, still thinking about it, but I gotta continue on and I gotta make sure, you know, my kids can take care of themselves
Yeah.
Yep.
when I'm not here no more.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like it was like that reality sets in where it's like, okay, this is my life. What am I gonna do with it at this point?
Yeah, that's the maturity and the growth
Yep.
from that time. Like you said, you while you spazzed out with your mom, so RP, but that taught you how to handle everything when it came to pops. But the growth that you displayed in between was your journey, and you allowed yourself to have it. Most people don't even experience that type of growth, or
Yeah.
allow themselves to get to the point to experience that growth because they so caught up in here
Yep.
and what everybody else fucking think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So,
not only that, but
yeah, like-
it also feels really good when you also do listen
Yeah,
and you actually do what they say, not because they're right, but it's because like y'all said, if you don't get out that box and try what everybody else is trying,
Yeah.
you ain't never gonna find out if what you really can do out there.
Exactly.
You know what I
The
mean?
same, it's the old saying, same game, different players.
Yeah. So
if
you do
if
feel
an
good.
older person tell you something, they done seen that shit over
Yeah,
10
but-
times.
I'll tell you what.
That's the truth.
When y'all push me, move up and everything, at first I was just like, all right, whatever. But once you start seeing what people see in you,
Yeah.
you go back home and you're like, oh shit, like damn, like I like damn, that's
I
what
got
they
an
see.
impact on somebody.
That's what that's
Yeah.
what they see. It's like, hey, and you have to believe it, and it feels good.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then you're gonna end up fucking up like I do. And this is very simple. My road, I fucking trip with the same rock over and over. I don't know why. I just do.
But it,
I can't explain it, but
Yeah.
It's routine.
but there has been now. I'm gonna say it like this. Now, I'm very lucky to where like I have people who watch out for me, and I can skip over that.
well, it's
You know what I
like they say, you know what I'm saying? If you do the same thing over and over
Yeah,
again
it's gonna fuck you up.
That's
and,
insanity.
and get the same result,
Yeah, yep,
it's
that's very
insanity,
true.
you know what I mean? And I mean, I still, like I said, like I still battle with that shit, you know what I mean? Where it's like,
Everybody
okay,
do.
you know what I mean? There's some days, nigga, I'm at the house and I'm like, nigga, I'm not doing shit today, you know? But then it's like, I gotta tell myself, like, well, shit, if you don't do shit today,
you gotta do
what's
something.
tomorrow
Yeah,
gonna look
tomorrow,
like?
yeah,
You know what I
Yep,
mean?
You
yep.
gotta do something the next
So
day.
it's like, you know, looking at the future and not necessarily just living day to day. And it's fucked up because I mean we probably all come from this background where niggas live paychecks to paycheck, and they always say tomorrow ain't promised,
Yeah.
and it's like, yes, it's not promised, but you're not gonna make your situation better
Yeah.
thinking that tomorrow ain't coming.
No, 100%.
Not to say live it to the fullest, jump off a bridge or anything like that, but you gotta live in the moment a little bit. You know what I mean? You gotta enjoy what you got.
Well, one thing I told the driver today, homie, is like, and this is like in general, you can take this in life or whatever you're doing, but it's like, fuck being a king. It's like, I'd rather be an ace. 'Cause when you gotta be in the ring, you gotta know your place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
with a
if
rhythm.
not, I'm telling you, because life is a ring, bro. It's a battle. And if you don't know your place and you wandering around thinking that somebody's gonna do something for you, life is gonna fuck you up.
Hell
Oh, yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's you on a constant defense.
Yep.
You're trying to figure shit out. So I always say it. I read this ill-ass quote. 90% of things in life and shit that's gonna happen to you is gonna constantly knock you down. I don't give a fuck how much money you got,
Yep.
how happy you are, where you at in your life. Shit gonna keep coming.
Yep.
But the other 10% is how you navigate, how do you deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Another
How can
thing,
you
too-
Floyd anybody? How can you dodge and throw
Yeah.
a couple back? You know what I'm saying? But shit gonna constantly happen.
Another thing too is that I ain't too religious and all that, right? I believe I got my faith and all that, but they say that God is never gonna give you a battle you can't overcome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't, it's like you said. If you don't, it's because you stop yourself.
Absolutely. You either step up or crumble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to be, like I tell people, man, it's just like having animals. It's just like having a dog. You know what I'm saying? You know that motherfucker's going to shit in the yard.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like with life. Like, bad things are going to happen. You're going to be put in situations.
Shit that's
that-
out of your control.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like my dad, he used to take it back to the serenity prayer. Accept the things that you can't change and change the things that you can. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's all about, choices at the end of the day.
How you
Exactly.
attack it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I'm choose to go this way or choose to go that way.
Yeah.
But I gotta accept whatever come with it.
The consequences.
So there's always consequences.
Like there ain't no, especially like for men, it's like there ain't no excuses. There ain't no, oh well,
Maybe next time.
we'll help you get up. You know what I'm saying? There ain't none of that. Like
Yeah.
especially when it comes to a man, like this is what we're here for.
Bootstraps. You
You,
gotta
you
pull
supposed to be the
them
one
motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
doing that shit. Like
Exactly.
you really ain't got a choice. You gotta man up and do it.
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
But it's like we talked about last week a little bit on the mental health. It's like we got feelings too as men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we go through shit as well. And it's just not enough men that are willing to talk about it because we got that pride.
Yeah.
100%.
And check this out. And it's not that we putting down women saying that they don't have that or they don't go through that. None of that. It's just
I don't think we said
it's just
that.
men opening up. It's something that you don't really see. That
Well, I mean,
you
the
know,
world-
to see 4 men really speak out and say, hey, check this out. This is what I'm really going through. As a man, this is what how my eyes visualize, you know, the world. And like you said, there's times where it's not really like that. I'm a big overthinker. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's not really like that. You gotta slow down, like you tell me all the time. You gotta slow down and fucking smell the flowers, because if not, you passing by through a lot of shit that you're not even used to. Tunnel vision.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, my nigga Walt, man. And I know I be shouting out my nigga Walt a lot.
Hey, shout out home and walk.
Nigga
When
Walt.
My nigga Walt, I'm telling you, that nigga, he broke it down to me in layman's terms, man. He said, can you see everything on the sign when you're doing 105 on the freeway? And I was just like, shit, yeah. That's the pride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Saying
he was like,
realistic.
nah, he was like, you can't see everything. You might be able to see the letters. He's like, but you can't see that chip right there. You can't see this. You can't see that. You can't see that. He was like, sometimes you got to slow it down.
Take
Yeah.
a little
You know what I
glance.
mean? And it's just like looking at a picture.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different variations in one picture that you're not gonna get it all in the first glance.
Yeah.
And check this
Oh,
out.
details.
There is
It
a
details.
lot of men who try to do a lot of things at the same time because they're trying to do something, and like you said, they're moving so fast. It's like and that's one of my big problems, that I try to do so many things that I have to handle one thing at a time. But it gets to that point where I have to patience myself and learn how to take care of things one at a time, which I have been, you know what I mean, thankfully.
Yeah.
But you know, there's nothing wrong with you as a man to say, hey, you know what, fuck,
Slow down.
I got
You
to
just gotta settle your mind. You just gotta bring it all the way
Yeah.
down.
Get that quality instead of the quantity.
Yeah.
So
And like we say,
meditation is important for me.
and like we say all the time, if you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. You know what I mean? That's one thing that you guys have taught me, because I've been a person that I close myself. Like I said, I know how to be vibrant with people, but to let them know, hey, check this out. Me
Wow.
personally,
Yeah.
this is how I really am. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of difficult, but there's a lot of people who also don't know how to accept other people a certain way, so they don't know how to react. So that's a major thing. But
we
don't be
gotta go-
afraid. You gotta do what you gotta
Yeah,
do.
because we gotta go where we celebrate it, not where we tolerate it.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
And it's like,
exactly.
I learned that on my lock journey, you know, to where everybody not gonna like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna understand your vision. But it's like if you believe it and this is what you want, go for it. The
Yeah.
downside to that is like when shit does hit the fan, you have to blame it on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, even now, like, that's one thing I learned, like, when my pops passed. You know, I said, I'm going to slow it down, take time, figure out what am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like, how am I going to make sure everything's taken care of? Because if I try to just, you know, do 20 things at once,
You're gonna break. Yeah, it's gonna work out.
some going to fall. You know
That's
what
the
I mean?
last thing you want. Something to add on to the
Shit, a
struggle
nigga
that's
already going
Yeah,
through.
exactly. Nah.
You know what I mean? So-
Sometimes that shit will set you over the edge. Just that little bit of dropping your keys or something, you know, just that one little inconvenience, and just be like, bro,
over,
what
set
the
you off.
fuck is going on?
Nigga,
Yeah.
when I worked in restaurants, they said it best. They said, you notice when motherfucker come through the drive-through or even come inside and you fuck they order up, you put tomatoes on it, when they didn't want tomatoes and they not allergic,
Yeah.
but yet they coming at you with an attitude.
All types of crazy.
They said, guess what? It wasn't that you put tomatoes on that shit.
They probably.
It was everything else that was fucking with them.
Yeah.
Everything else,
That
they
was
like,
just the cherry on
Yeah,
the top.
that was
it was
the
just
icing
easy
on
to
the
come
cake.
take it out on you.
No.
You know what I mean?
You're just a regular ass person that person don't even know. So they just like, fuck it, this person, they probably ain't never gonna see me again. Why the fuck you put tomatoes on this goddamn person?
You stupid motherfucker.
Yeah,
Like,
they gonna take it out on somebody regardless. If you just
Disrespectful.
bottle all those emotions up, that shit comes out. Pause.
you gotta release that shit.
Yeah, you gotta release it.
Pause.
You gotta talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, that shit definitely
It
will just eat you up.
implodes. It'll blow up.
You'll blow up on the person you love the
Yeah.
most. You'll blow up on your kids.
Anybody for
Not
no
nobody
reason.
can get a popsicle or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't want to bottle that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything irritates you.
Well, we'll talk like we always say, man. You just gotta be able to look in the mirror, man. Face yourself. And I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like, if
And that's a real thing.
if it get to the point where and I ain't trying to be funny, but you gotta tell yourself you're a fucking bum. You need to tell yourself you that
Yeah.
you are
because that's the only way. Because can't nobody hurt you like you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that sticks and stone shit. Can't nobody hurt you like you. The point where you can be honest with yourself, you can live your life carefree and do what the fuck you want to do. But until you can have that conversation with yourself, you're gonna be trapped.
One of the things I've seen is like, do you actually look at yourself in the mirror, and then actually, how long do you look at yourself in the mirror? How long can you
Big-
stare
big-
at yourself
yeah.
before you just like disassociate
See a
from your?
defect, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you talk to yourself?
You got to be able to talk to yourself, because if you can't get through to yourself, what we even
Yeah.
start, what we doing talking? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
One thing you gotta do, right? Like he said, talk to yourself. Don't criticize yourself.
yeah, no, it ain't got to
Because I tell you what, one of my biggest things, I get in the mirror, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I look myself, and the first thing is I want to criticize myself. But you do have to learn how to accept to be like, hey, hold on, let me
Yeah,
switch
what's up,
out.
good looking?
Hold on. Let me switch out the negative side, and let me look at the positive side. So
Affirmation, man. Yeah.
one thing I tell a lot of people is if you would see what I see, if you would see in the mirror what I see, you would be a different person.
Well-
And I can't. It's hard for me
See,
to see that
I'm
myself.
gonna send you this
But I'm
documentary.
learning to.
I'll send it to all y'all. So I put it in the group, but it's just a documentary on water. They did a study where they talked real bad, like said negative things, just speaking to the water and froze it, and then they said like really good things. They were speaking positive and affirmation to the other water. They froze them. After a certain amount of time, you can see the difference within the waters when they pulled them out. But
Oh,
when
yeah.
they spoke positive too,
Yeah.
when you speaking light into it, it had all these crystals and bright shining, like nice.
When you
ass
speak
elements.
positive to it
But
and
the other
everything.
one, the other one was like rough, like tsunami-ish looking, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they spoke all that negativity into it. So
Yeah.
it's just like, obviously, you know what I'm saying, you got to call yourself a fucking bum, but at the same time, you got to be able to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and speak light into yourself. And a lot of people call it cockiness. A lot of people call it whatever they call it, brass. But it's confidence. And you can't allow the confidence in yourself, you know what I'm saying, allow the insecurity in somebody else because they lack that confidence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that's what it be. A lot of people
and
then they
learn-
life for other people because they not
Yeah.
as confident
Yeah.
in themselves
Yeah.
as they are. So
And learn how to take people's advice, because at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, it helps you out
Absolutely.
in some way or another. It might
Absolutely.
feel awkward in the beginning, but like I was telling a friend, they're like, "Oh, I don't go out because I don't feel comfortable. It's not my thing." I said, "Shit." When Seven took me out to the comedy club, the first time I was like, my whole ways just looking around. She was gonna come in. I don't fucking know nobody, know what I mean? But then after a while, shit, I'm enjoying myself in the comedy club.
Yeah, you
I'm
like
going
it,
out
so.
every fucking
You
fourth
gotta
time. Hey,
go
shout
out
out
there.
to what is it called? The comedy club?
For decision.
Poor Decisions. Yeah,
Poor
yeah. Shout out to
Decisions.
Chris Mosley. Hell yeah.
Mosley,
But yeah, it brought me out of my shell. And I'm into where now I'm telling people, yo, try it. Because back in the day, I was like,
You were
fuck
never
no.
done
Now
nothing
I'm
like
like, shit, when we going? You know what I mean? 'Cause
we going again?
yeah, because it's dope. It's dope. It's something that I never experienced myself. You know what I mean? Because I always thought it was like, like it's not my thing.
Right.
But you never gonna know unless you try it.
Yeah.
That's right. And Maya Angelou said, when the caged bird sings, free yourself, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, that was the perfect
Free
way to
yourself.
end it.
Yeah,
man.
that was wild. That was.
You know what I mean?
You have to.
I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah.
didn't expect you to pull out Miss Angela like that. But that was good. That was
R.I.P., man.
That's the perfect way to end it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
That
you know what I'm saying? If y'all ever, you know what I mean? If y'all ever feeling down and out, you know what I mean? Just lean towards somebody. Find somebody you can talk to. You know what I mean? Write it down.
Yeah.
You know, do something. Like, just change it up. Like, get out your comfort zone, man.
Oh yeah.
Smoking pain.
We all got them at the end of the
You
day.
know, at the end of the day, with the real shit we give you, smoking pain.
This is another one by Nobody Knows.
Smoking pain.
Dolly, like always.
New jingle.
We all go
Smoking
through
pain.
grown man shit at the end of the day, but here we go once again.
Smoking pain.
Dolly.
Smoking pain. With love, though, man. Peace
With
to y'all,
love,
man. Thank y'all
vibes.
for tuning in.
Yeah,
And shit, this is a good ass show, man.
Yeah.
Always.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we out, man.
Yeah. Peace, everybody.
This motherfucker, man.
Hell yeah. Peace, love, everybody. Dolly.